consider regression to childhood, or at least the retention of childhood into adulthood, as a feature of evolution. As I said, narcissists are taking advantage of this evolutionary trend, these evolutionary features. By remaining children psychologically, they actually fit into neotony. But then, of course, their pathologies prevent them from taking full advantage. Doug Jones?
So, because he looks like a little kid, that's how he got his 500,000 subscribers, loyal parental subscribers.
Another evolutionary theorist suggested that human evolution's trend towards neotony was probably caused by sexual selection in human evolution. He said that women prefer neotenous facial traits, and men even more so. Men, he said, choose women, select mates, select possible spouses or girlfriends or lovers or one-night stands, never mind, by how neotenous, how childlike, how baby-like the face of the woman is.
Now, I actually think Kelly's got a very pretty grown-up face, like a beautiful aquiline nose, impeccable skin. She is a beautiful woman. Her mouth breathing does mean that she's constantly smiling to sort of disguise it. Or, apparently smiling to disguise it. And I think that inane grin and the lack of any boundaries, which we've seen him testing in the first episode with the water, directing her and degrading her while she does all the work carrying the water. We didn't see all the love bombing. That must have happened with the alpaca, where they met at the alpaca farm. But we're sure beginning the derealization, or the devaluation. The trouble with selecting a mate because they look like a cute little baby is you end up with a baby. So here's Einstein. He's come out. He's run out of firewood. He's cutting wood every 1 or 2 days, he tells us. He just cut a shitty load of small wood. Now he's looking for something bigger.
Hard to find decent piece of spruce. A lot of these right here is along the water's edge are in really rough shape. It's easier to find a dry stick. There, it's pretty dry.
Along the water's edge, well, he's up the hill. Anyway, in the line of the weather, yes, they are in rough shape. Yes, they've been sculpted by the wind. But instead of considering he needs them to protect his hill and his soil, he concludes he'll cut them down and then make a garden behind them in the, full blast of the wind, yeah? And he doesn't anyway. He's, gonna. She makes a garden. They have too many chickens in a chicken house the neighbour builds. And they build a fence like a 1-year-old would for the vegetable garden. And so really, says me, I'm about to get no produce again this year. I was so busy waiting for my stalker sister, I didn't get enough gardening done in early spring. A few things are still alive. It's been 40 degrees all week here. Anyway, let's see the little liar. He sort of loves to sound authoritative, but he knows nothing. So it's a pretty short, here he goes.
Facing right here, so you want to cut these down. So all that sun come in. The garden's back here, baby. Ooh.
Garden's back here, baby. We didn't actually see you do any gardening, baby. He's assuming authority and parenthood by calling us baby. It infantilizes us. By calling us baby, he implies he knows what he's talking about. So he's just a knucklehead. They're probably 60 or 80 years old, those trees on a shitty island like that, with no nutrients and bad weather. So it's all about the chainsawing. I couldn't even be asked rewinding it, and my eyes aren't that good to see if it did have green branches all over it. Oh yeah, look. Oh no, that's lichen on the bark. Yeah, time to get his drone out. What's up, my dear? So that's, public. Don't have a sensible splitting block here anywhere. He's going to make a non-sensible one. Oh, he's so hard to understand. Let me see if I can repeat that.
Shameful as that is, that's my splitting block.
So she's just human tripod again. He doesn't have a splitting block. Why is she standing behind it? Now they've got her out of the way. Now he's just filming himself like usual. Now what? She's standing back filming him. So he's saying, go here, go there, film this, film that. Now she's allowed to get a bunch of snow. And she scoops snow all into that on the first lot. Okay, so she's taking quite a bit of snow inside. Oh, I think she sewed skirt on the thing. She made that because it matches the leather one she was using as a single girl in the cottage. So it's all performative. She had time to get her camera there. So now they've got the camera on a tripod. Now she's got the camera up on the cupboard or something. It's interesting watching her concentrate on keeping her mouth shut. Oops. I don't even care if they are mouth breathers. It's just they've got no honesty about it. Okay, so it says scope. She did. She sewed up that little thing. They were the days, weren't they, at the start of it all? She could have made wood kindling carriers. That never came up. She did a good job. It's not a nice bit of leather. Okay, so was he still cutting then?
Because it's a great way to use your heat when you have it, and a good way to dry up these splits in order for them to light easy in the morning.
She keeps getting her hair caught on the wood.
This is Kelly's first winter living off grid bush. I mean, this is Kelly's first time living off grid, period, right? Tell you one thing with having a woman in the house, you go through a hell of a lot more water, showers or not. I don't know where they put it. My God, they get rid of the water quick down here.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for at the start when they brought the water in. So we saw her get all that water with the bucket. We saw her carry most of the buckets up the hill. But he's whining about her using too much water, shower or no shower. I don't think they do have a shower. We see her paint the grimy little bathroom and renovate it because she is a grown adult woman. and wants to wash and keep herself clean and have the human dignity of being able to bathe. He is a smelly little boy. He doesn't care. So this is the first winter and they already don't have bathing. And he's whining about the water.
First video, you remember how shagged up this kitchen ceiling was, all these beams were run. Especially this one, which we milled ourselves with our chainsaw.
Shagged up?
See more about that later. We replaced that front wall, insulated that front wall. We milled some boards and put it up. It's all pretty much the same. It's really cleaned up. So there is a bathroom in here. I didn't show it in the first video. I just didn't film it very well, so I didn't use it. So this is it. There's nothing fancy. There's no running water in here. Summertime it could work. You can do gravity feed water from up the hill in a well. But it works. If you bring in buckets of water, pour them down the toilet, it works fine. The tub works fine. The drain, you just got to bucket all your own water in. Other than that, it's a fine working bathroom. Got a little automatic solar light back there, as you see. The only one in the house is the light right there in the shower. So the bones of this house are damn near.
So there is a grimy little functional bathroom that she tidies up and renovates a bit. They do have a toilet at that point. He destroys the bathroom, I say, in an act of sadistic passive aggression. He then doesn't build a replacement bathroom for the next year. And culminating in the beautiful moment where he is mocking her and laughing and saying she has dirt rash. 6 months pregnant with dirt rash. And he's sniggering about that like it's a funny accomplishment. For God's sake.
Near 100 years old. This bathroom isn't. This is more modern. This was addition done in the past, like, probably 25, 30 years. Upstairs, there's been some pretty big changes. Since Kelly moved in, she really gussied up the second story a bit, made it a bit more homely and tidy.
Yeah, so she's the mummy. She's the one doing all the work now. She had to tidy the house and homey it up a bit.
Now, actually, you never believe it when we first moved in. This was the bedroom with the smashed out window and the crazy clown. Now look at it. This small bedroom here in the back turned out to be the best option in the end because it's on the back of the house. It's away from all the weather. All the wood, the walls, everything is just in better shape in here. And there's less wind coming through the walls because the front of the house, when the wind blows, you can feel it inside. So this room is able to stay just a little bit warmer because we're both in there. And we drop our fancy door here, which is this blanket. Over here is Kelly's little setup, her workstation. She's a real crafter, an artisan. She makes jewelry and sews and all sorts of, fun stuff. And this is where she does that. She's got a beautiful view out this window here that used to be grown in at one point. We built this little desk, and she spent a lot of days during the winter up here working away.
Did she? She made one sea glass necklace for one scope. A pair of crazy overalls.
It's right above the kitchen. This is the chimney that's going through the house, so this radiates warm heat right into the room here.
Through the lead-based paint, yeah?
That was the original place where it set up that $200 woman.
So there goes a fuck nut on a motorbike.
If you watch that first video about this house, you pretty much see 90% of what's happened here since spring. All the renovations, demolition. There is bits you missed. There was days where
there is bits you missed. Oh, God almighty. He's going to be homeschooling if the baby survives, so, it sort of does matter when the teachers at the homeschool don't understand grammar, doesn't it? Is this the devolution of English? Is this how it's gotten so bad?
The other daily chore that's a real time suck during the winter is the boats. Out here, running a boat on the ocean all winter, and they're always in the water. It's constant maintenance. Always got to be checking them, bailing them out, running the engines, keep them warm, shit's freezing, shit's breaking. Just to keep the wheels on.
Shit.
Winter is, a half-time job for sure.
Shit's freezing, shit's breaking, shit. So, all their little fans are convinced if she starts having a childbirth emergency on her own on the island, he'll be able to whip her across to town. Didn't he say it was a 5-hour trip? Was that both ways when he first went to get his building supplies when he first bought the house? I thought he said it was 5 hours one way. So 5 hours is quite a long time in a childbirth emergency. And if the baby's half hanging out of her, how are they meant to keep them warm on the boat? Oh my God. It's absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, man. All the trucks are... Now, we know he sunk one boat in very calm weather by facing the prow in the wrong direction. That was just, some general weather sunk that boat. Could be this one that later sinks later in the year. It's part of the waste of time. They have to resurrect the boat.
Not too bad though.
So my point is, what if you come out with your birthing emergency, but your boats aren't there? They drifted loose, the jetty's gone or inaccessible, or they just sank.
If you know, you know. The old 60 Enduro, iconic motor. She drinks the gas like a thirsty kid in gym class, but...
Oh, if you know, you know. She drinks the gas like a fucking thirsty kid in gym class. He just has no class, does he? None. He thinks he's sort of witty. I just don't understand the appeal. I don't mind a know-all, but I really do require a knowledgeable know-all. A stupid know-all, I do not see the appeal.
She goes.
She goes, she goes, she goes! That is funny. Let's fast forward. Kylie Mole, anyone? She goes, she goes, she goes. So he's got time to throw his drone up. He's just, giving it a little run to warm it up. Is this an inane trip? Just, him in the boat, flying the drone, so we can see he's got a drone and a boat. Meanwhile, he could be building a fucking bathroom,
quarter mile.
collecting wood. Oh, to be fair, he's come to look at his other boat, another one of his boats. He's not really renovating it, is it? Or preserving it. So he's like a little kid, isn't he?
Well, really, there's only a few things you gotta check.
He's just standing around there doing nothing, really. Ostensibly checking, his boat's working. But really, he's like a little kid with his drone. Ah, dear.
Bilge, batteries, and the ropes. It's holding around. Shape. Big one is the bilge. Down here, there's the bilge. Ooh. She's always got a little squirt in the bottom of her. The old timer about it offset. They'll just keep the smell down. So really, just gotta check, make sure if there's enough power to run the bilge when it gets too much. contest here. My handy dandy field contester.
Mm. Oh, that's unfortunate for an old lady with bladder problems.
That's the main thing. As long as you got enough power, keep her bilge pumps going.
It works. Oh, he's always sniffing like a yucky little kid.
40 minutes, so I just charge everything up and we're going.
It's revolting. That means he's sort of sucking back the same snot all day. Come on, little boy, blow your nose, blow your nose. Then you don't